Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Tigers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. The ball bounces through the end zone and it will be a touchback. Looking for a man, it's Klubnik. Taking a shot on the first play. He's got it up to 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one. The tackle is finally made. The Tigers moving quickly to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And you just cannot draw up the start of the season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year and quick fire. You're down the field scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
Fair catch called for and made. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on third down. It's their first opportunity. That one falls incomplete. They're going to have to be better on those critical downs as this game goes on.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He just about took that one to the house. They finally bring him down, but when you have a return like that, it pretty much eats up everything gained by the punt. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Rides to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. To the air. It's Klubnik. Got the quick pass. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. No movement from the field goal unit. The offense is out there to try to keep this drive alive. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Clemson.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, showing some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Picked off, a turnover in their own end. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Tiger.
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Forced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. The give to the back. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action. Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But man, if he can cut down on the turnovers, he might join them.
Yeah, there's no question about it, Reese. This guy has a lot of talent. I really also just appreciate the fact that he stayed put at LSU. And in an era of college football where especially quarterbacks are transferring 2, 3, 4 times, Naming off those guys you just did, it would have been so easy for Nussmeier to try to find another opportunity somewhere else. He believes LSU is the best situation for him to win a national championship and get him off to the NFL.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Here's a heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you've got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
They'll go with a direct snap. Look out, he's got room. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So,
quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Tigers are in the hurry up. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Davidson. Turning it on. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
One of the things I love about this running back, he can run a lot of different types of routes. I like the job on the angle route there, putting his foot in the ground, crossing the defender's face, and making it an easy pitch and catch for the QB.
Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. LSU 0. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Quarterback keeps. Looks as if Clemson will have the 1st down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davidson. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And this young true freshman, he's got to keep his composure here because he can smell his first collegiate touchdown is right on the horizon. His eyes are getting big. Ball security. That has got to be at a premium right now for this young man.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
Leaves it with the running back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed in the middle, it's Sharp. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. LSU right back to the line. Motion from the back. He'll throw on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Anderson. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the 1st as they mark it at the 32.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the 2nd half.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Sharp. Oh, a lot of space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Just keep slinging it. Oh, they're after him. Quickly to the tight end. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Motion from the wideout. Snap it to the back. Find some fresh air.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nice grab in traffic. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He makes a grab. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
Well, there's an example of the quarterback just creating on the fly, because I think that was supposed to go to the running back on a screen, and he just saw an open guy downfield and said, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it down to this dude. He's wide open. I know it's not how we drew it up, but we'll take it.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. What will the offense dial up on 3rd and goal? Defense in press coverage. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. defense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Klubnik. Wide open downfield. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the +42.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, this is an unbelievable start for this defender in this game, guy. That's already his second PD in this game. Playing with his eyes, he's breaking on the ball. You just can't start a game any better.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Finds his tight end. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Makes it past the marker. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now on the move. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Pocket breaking down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Quick completion on the out route. Slips one guy, and now he's loose. Touchdown, LSU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Davidson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And the Tigers headed quickly to the line.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
It's caught, and they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Clemson has just been prolific at the receiver position. More scheme or more talent? I'd argue it's both, David.
Yeah, I argue more talent over the years, just dudes on the outside that win. And you know what? I think Clemson, as much as anybody in the country, has always featured those guys. And you want to play one-on-one with those guys, or you want to give them a cushion like they'll throw it right now. And they've always believed in those guys out wide. And you know what? They usually come through for them.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Klubnik. Got him downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not...
And he'll dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Trying to get the corner. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Got room to work. It's a seam wide open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
They'll move the wide receiver. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. This one's complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Shakes off the defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring out 4th down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, Because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Now he's got it all the way down. The 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the target. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
With the catch, it's Brown. Smashes him with the stiff arm. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Aggressive offense, taking shots. Here we are in the fourth quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
And what you talk about on defense is speed, is penetration, getting in the backfield, making something happen. And you could tell they got in there so quick, the offense couldn't recover, couldn't do anything with them. Nice job getting the tackle for loss.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Clemson is quick to the line.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the...
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Oh, he's got a chance. Bounced off his feet.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, this offense going to try to run the ball again here.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Finds a man on the right. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
He'll call for the fair catch here. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Durham. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They get to him as he throws. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
This offense will try to convert on fourth down for the 5th time. The defense has come up with just one stop so far. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Here's the pressure. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Bringing it back. Stepped out of bounds right at the 17-yard line after the pick.